All right, we are live. So, you guys, tonight, first of all, thank you for all showing up tonight. I know Mondays can be difficult, but you should all be super proud of being here, especially anybody who, or yeah, especially people who are East Coast because it's 9:30 there. So we appreciate you guys showing up. I promise what you learned tonight and for how much you get filled up, you're going to walk away thinking, man, that was 100% worth it. So congratulations on showing up. March has been incredible. The first 15 days in March are pacing to be record breaking, which is super fun because we do have 31 full days in addition to 5 Wednesdays. So there's just a lot panning up in the month of March to be really big and really exciting. So you're showing up, your boat is in the water, as Jeremiah would say, your boat is in the water. Tonight, I'm going to quickly introduce Michelle and then let her run with this. We have Michelle speaking tonight. Michelle, you guys can see right there on my screen anyways, Michelle Rhodes. Michelle has been with Zaya, I think since fall of 2018 maybe. Really kicked her business into high gear after attending one of the summits. And right now for the last 12 months, her sales averaged just under $3,200 a month. So she has a very strong PV. She's got very strong personal sales. She's got an incredibly strong VIP group. So when I was asking people for topics and what are some things that you guys want to hear, because we're only doing these calls every other week in this year in 2021, what are things you want to hear about? And this was a topic that people definitely were interested in, and it's VIP engagement tips. So how can we get those people that we care about to be very engaged? I saw somebody, we're doing a program right now called I Am Committed, which I'm going to actually post again tonight about and Grow and Celebrate, but we're in this group and somebody made a comment about, well, I just don't know what sets me apart. And I thought, man, make sure you can get on the call with Michelle tonight because she knows what sets herself apart. And that's why she's got this amazing group of people. She's got all these fun things that she's going to be able to share with us in the next 30 minutes here to talk about VIP. But Michelle is an executive with Zaya, which is a very, very tippity top of the leadership within the organization. Her team does about $120,000 a month. So she's doing over $1 million a year in revenue, which is incredible. And I'll let Michelle, kind of fill in her own story and tell the rest. But one thing that I know about Michelle for sure is that I very much specifically remember even like the timeline and the point in her Zaya career, which wasn't necessarily in the very, very beginning when she was like, it's go time, we're doing this. And anyway, she's just such a light, you guys. She's got so much energy, probably more energy than most people that I know in this business, and it's consistent. It is consistent energy. It is positive energy. She is showing up. You know what you're going to get. You walk away feeling better. You walk away feeling inspired. So Michelle truly is a light, and we are so happy to have her as part of this community, specifically to our little team. So with that, I don't want to waste any more time because we try to keep these to a half hour on Monday nights. Michelle, take it away.
Okay, well, thanks, Leah. That was very, very sweet of you. So like Leah said, I'm gonna try and, I like to talk a lot. So I'm gonna try and bring this in. I have notes and everything, so hopefully I keep it in for you guys. But like Leah said, I joined Zaya August of 2018, and I had no idea what I was doing, you guys, at all. In my first year with Zaya, I just played in and out of it. All of these things that I'm gonna tell you that helped grow my business, I did not do on a consistent basis. And it wasn't until I started showing up in this way that it started to do something for me. So I believe so much in these little tips that I'm gonna share with you tonight. So hopefully you can get a little bit of information, and I hope you learn a little bit of something. But again, I joined August 2018, and then it was the following fall. So it was September 2019. Zaya was looking for a fitness instructor to teach Pound. So I was asked to come to Summit to teach Pound, which if you guys don't know, it's like a choreographed drumstick thing. I absolutely love it. I've been teaching it for a while. So I kind of went to Summit as like my make it or break it. I was like, I got to figure out, is this worth diving into or not? I stayed with Leah and a bunch of other girls, fell in love with it, met the Bradleys, the rest is history. So I came home with a fire under my butt, and this is where I'm at today. And I was able to, just a little bit of quick information, I quit my full-time job back in May because of Zaya. So you can do it. Like, it can be done. But anyways, VIP group. So that's what I'm here to talk about. And I'm super excited about it because this is probably my favorite part about Zaya. I absolutely love my VIP group. And I believe 100% that it's the heart and soul of our business. I believe that that is where you need to put some energy in. That is where you need to build the excitement of Zaya, share you, share your life, share all of the things. I also believe 100% that that is not where the majority of your sales are going to come from. And I know there might be a handful of you that you might have a pop-in VIP group, and you got people that are waiting for those Wednesday releases, and they're waiting for, you know, whatever next item to drop or restocks or all of these things. But I think for the majority of us, myself included, and if I look at my downline, that's not where the majority of our sales come from. The majority of our sales always come from parties. But our VIP groups can be where those parties come from. Our VIP groups can be, that's where the majority of my reps have come from, where the majority of my parties, my referrals, I get people that actually refer people to me. So maybe she doesn't want to buy, but she's got a friend that is in desperate need of a sports bra, and she's going to refer them to me. That is what our VIP group does. It builds those relationships and it builds those connections that people start to trust you. And when the time comes for them to shop, and it's not going to be every single week, but when the time comes for them to shop, they're going to shop with you versus going to Kohl's, because you've built that relationship and you've built that foundation. You've gained their trust. They love hanging out with you, and they're going to come shop with you eventually. Maybe not today, maybe 6 months from now, maybe a year from now. But if you give to them, they're going to repay you in some way eventually, I promise. So there's two quotes that I base my whole life around, but really strongly about my business, my downline, everything. And the first one is from Theodore Roosevelt. And it says, people don't care how much you know until they know you care about them. And I can't stress that enough, you guys. You can talk to your blue in the face. If that person doesn't feel like you care about them, they're not going to listen to anything you have to say. You have to pour into people to get that goodness coming back to you. The second one is a quote from Zig Ziglar, and it says, you can get everything in life you want if you just help enough people get what they want in theirs. And that is so much in our business. If we can help give them something that's going to make their life better, make their life easier, you know, what can we give them? And the same thing with our downline. If you look at your downline like that, what can I give my downline that's going to help their life become better? That's all going to pay back to you 100%. I believe so much that if we love people and we serve people, that our life is going to grow, that we're going to grow, our business is going to grow, and the universe, whatever you want to call it, is going to pay us back for putting that goodness out there. So if you take anything from this call, it's those two quotes. And if you base your life and your business around that, I promise it will pay you back. So let's get down to like the nitty gritty of what do you do with this VIP group, okay? What do you post in it? So it's been said that there's three things people come to Facebook for. They want to be educated, they want to be entertained, and they want to be part of a community. So if you can do that, if you can educate, if you can entertain, and if you can make them feel like they belong to something, they're gonna want to hang out with you. They're gonna want to spend time with you. And the even better side of this is Facebook wants you to educate, entertain, and have people feel like community, because those are the things that they know bring people to their platform. So if you can focus your post in on that, that's gonna not only want people to hang out with you, but that's gonna, Facebook knows what we do. Like, they know everything we do. And if you are doing that, Facebook is gonna recognize that, and you're gonna fight that algorithm like no other. You've got to make sure you're educating, you're entertaining, and you're making people feel like they're part of something. So where do you start? You start by sharing you, okay? You have to share you. anything and everything. People want to hang out with you. They want to see you in Zaya. They don't want to see somebody else in Zaya. They want to, well, they do. We'll get back to that in a second. But they want to see you. They want to see your family. They want to see what you're up to. What are your hobbies? What are your passions? You need to share that, because that's what's going to light your soul on fire, and that energy is going to come out in your VIP group. So you've got to put that energy out there. They say, like, what is the one thing you could go talk about for a half hour? Somebody's gonna pay you $1,000 and you can go talk about any subject for a half hour. What's it gonna be? That is what you should include in your VIP group, unless it's politics. If it's politics, I'd stay away from that. But if it's anything else, that's what lights your soul on fire. That's what you're excited about. And whether or not you think somebody else is gonna be excited about that or not, I promise you they will, because you're going to bring that energy to that thing. So for me, it is health and fitness. I'm a fitness instructor. I have my own weight loss journey, motivation. That's my thing, but that might not be yours, and that's okay. Maybe your thing is makeup. Maybe your thing is being, mom hacks, cleaning hacks, knitting. I don't care what it is. How many times have we, how many Pinterest things have we pinned of crafts and, recipes and all of this stuff that we don't even really do, but we're still interested in it. And if somebody's going to sit there and be excited and tell me about it, I'm going to sit there and listen to them, even though I'll probably never make that. I'm still going to listen because they're excited. So that's the first thing I would recommend, is be authentic. Show up as yourself. Don't try to, if you are not into health and fitness and motivation, if that's not your jam, don't make it that. People are they'll feel that. Do whatever that excites you, and start sharing it. Start sharing it on your page. The second thing is, you have to share every single day. Every single day. We are constantly fighting the algorithm of Facebook. I want you to think for a second, when we get off this call, I want you to think of somebody on Facebook that, hey, I haven't seen them in a while. They haven't been posting anything. Go to their profile page. I guarantee they've been posting. You're just not seeing it. It's just not popping up, because Facebook doesn't show everybody everything that we're posting. One way to beat that is to stay consistent, which means showing up every single day. One thing better, show up every single day at the same time. My VIP group knows that at 5 a.m. every single morning, they're going to get a motivational quote from me. And I have done it for so long that if I don't post that quote, I get messages and I'm like, hey, where were you this morning? Are you okay? Is everything? Because they are so in tuned to the idea that they're going to wake up and I'm going to be one of the first things that they see. You guys, that's gold right there, that they're looking for that. And I have showed my whole downline, this whole thing, and everybody does it on my downline. And the really cool thing is, for me, I wake up in the morning and I have this whole, we're putting tons of goodness out in the world, right? Because everybody's sharing a funny meme, or they're sharing a quote, something like that. But showing up every single day, and if you can do it at the same time, it takes me 15 minutes maybe to schedule a whole week's worth. I use SendShare right now, but before I was using Facebook Scheduler. You just schedule those 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever time is your time, and post it. Get that fire burning in your VIP group first thing in the morning. It's like stoking the fire. It's like getting something on, putting something out there so that people and like I said, after you do it for a while, people like consistency. People love it. And morning people love to say that they're morning people. So I got morning people in my VIP group, and if I post that at 5 a.m., they're like, hey, I'm up too. And I could be in bed, just don't tell them, but I could be, and my post is going up and they're all excited and they're celebrating too that they're up at 5 a.m., right? So you have to post every single day. It's kind of like, if you want to think about like a water, Zig Ziglar said this one time, like an old well, an old water pump, right? So you're pumping to bring that water back up. Once the water's there, you just kind of gradually pump it, right? To keep your water flowing, to keep everything going. But the second you stop, all of that comes back down to the bottom, and you got to work just as hard to get that water all the way back up to the top again. And that is this business on social media. you can get the train running, but the second you fall off, the second that you're not out there putting stuff out, it's going to start to slow down. This is exactly what I did my first year. And that's why I couldn't gain traction, because I would start, I would stop, I would start, I would stop. And I was constantly having to pump that water pump because it wasn't getting that natural flow. So share every single day. The next thing, go live. Go live. I know this scares people. I know people don't like it. And I'll be honest, this is one of the things I struggle with. I'm not afraid to go live, but it's just taking that time out of my day to make sure that I'm going live. So go live 2 to 3 times in your VIP group a week. What does it have to be? Anything you want, guys. I'm telling you, they want to see you. They want to learn about you. It can be your Zaya outfit. It can be, you know, whatever you have on. I'll be completely honest. I don't order Zaya every single week. I don't. I usually close one party a month. I don't have a lot of Zaya coming in every single week where I'm like, look at this new release and this new release. So I got to come up with other things. And one of the great things is, look at these leggings that I've had for 2 years, right? Like, I'm always on there showing them how old my stuff is, because they know that they're getting good quality things. But other than that, you guys can share anything. Teach them how to do something. Remember our 3 things. You want to educate, entertain, and have them feel part of a community. So anything, you can get on live and talk about absolutely anything, and they will love you for that. One of my new things, I listen to audiobooks all the time. So get on. If you're listening to an audiobook that you love, get on, give a 2-minute review of the audiobook. Tell them what it is. Tell them, you know, a quote from it, whatever the case may be, and let it go. Did you get a new sweeper? Go live and show them your new sweeper and how awesome that sweeper is. Because we all want sweepers, right? Do you have new toilet cleaner that worked really good? Show them. That's the kind of stuff they're going to want to hang out for, right? They're not going to want to hang out for like pictures of Zaya, especially stock photos and all. Like, they don't want to hang out for that. They don't. They want you to teach them something. So don't limit yourself on that. You can share whatever you want, but go live. And I can tell you, when I do go live, when I am consistent and make sure I plan it in my days, my sales are higher, my interaction is higher, everything grows with live videos. So I know some of you might be scared. If you are, rip the Band-Aid off and just go do it. Go do it. My tip for live videos, if you've never done one, make a Facebook group. Make a plain, you know, a normal Facebook group with nobody in it, and go live in that group. That way you can practice. You can practice using the buttons. You can practice doing everything, and you're not going live in front of a bunch of people at one time, right? So that's my tip for lives. Okay, my next one, engagement posts, you guys. These are amazing. You can Google them on, Google Facebook engagement post. People love to tell you about themselves. Remember, we're focusing on them. We want to have them share with us. Facebook engagement posts are amazing for VIP groups. And it can be anything. What's your favorite? You know, there's 4 Easter candies. Which one do you got to get rid of? People love telling you that kind of stuff. They absolutely love it. There was a Family Feud that was on Zaya Marketing, a St. Patrick's Day one. So it was for like 10 days. You guys, I had like 30, 40 comments on those posts every single day. What does that do? That helps with my algorithm of Facebook. Not only is it fun and it's interacting and we're having a great time, but that's helping my Facebook page. That's Facebook saying, look, all these people are commenting on this. We should bump her up a little bit. We should show her to a few more people, right? So that's the kind of engagement you want. And the people on my downline that use these engagement posts, they're my top salespeople. I can look at the list, and the people that are doing these things, they're the ones that are at the top of the sales list. So engagement posts. One of my other reps, this month she's doing post your Zaya workout selfie, and she's giving a gift card away at the end of the month. Brilliant idea, you guys, because now she's got people posting their selfie of Zaya, and they are posting it on your VIP page. If you can get if you can get them to post on your VIP page, that's money. That is golden, because again, that's the algorithm of Facebook. That is other people other than you putting their content on your page, and that's going to bump you up in that algorithm. And it has been amazing for her. Her VIP group is kind of quiet sometimes. This little selfie challenge that she's running is doing amazing. It's so fun to watch. And then you're sharing Zaya in it. So engagement posts, when you get off, look them up. Facebook engagement posts, stick one in your VIP group. I promise you, people love to tell you all about them. The next thing I wanted to talk about was discounts. So I don't do a lot of discounts in my VIP group. And here's why. Because my first year, I did a lot of discounts. And what happens is people expect them. People come to expect them, and they're not going to shop without one because they know that, oh, you're going to do a discount. You're going to, they're waiting for it because they know that it's coming. So I rarely anymore ever do a discount. One, I believe in the product. I believe that Zaya is worth the money because I have stuff in my closet over here for 2 years that I have worn 1,000 times and got it so gross and sweaty and dirty, and I throw most of my stuff in the dryer. Don't tell people that, but it's been washed 1,000,000 times and it's still hanging in my closet. So I know that this product is worth the money. And secondly, I don't want them to get used to it. I don't want them to only shop if I'm offering them a discount, right? I want them to shop whenever they see something. And then if you are always offering the discount, what was I going to say? I'm lost my train of thought here. Oh, they don't get excited about it. So if a time comes when I do need a discount, let's say I'm trying to get a rank advancement, or I need some extra PV, I need something, and I put a discount up, and I've been offering discounts every week for the last 6 months, nobody's going to care. But if I put a discount because I need it at that point, and I need some extra PV, they're going to be so excited about it, and people are going to jump on it. So that is, I don't do discounts. I do mystery hostess parties. Those are always really big in my group. I don't do them a lot. I don't do them a ton, but usually, I'll put one up every couple months, probably every 2 months. We do a mystery hostess party, and they love it. They absolutely love it. I give away all of the rewards. And to be honest, I give away some of my own rewards, which we'll go into that next. But discounts, I wouldn't do them personally. I mean, you can all do what you want, but just from my experience, I did them in the very beginning because I wanted Zaya in the hands of people because it was so new. Nobody knew about it. It was just me. Nobody had bought off of me. And I was pushing all of these discounts just to try to get it into the hands of people. And I feel like we're established enough as a company and as a business that we don't have to discount our products anymore to get people to buy them, that there's proof in the pudding, and we've got enough of that they're worth the price. Another thing that my VIP group loves is challenges. So you can, if you want to try a challenge, I think they're amazing. They can be as big or as small as you want. When I first started to do challenges, they were very small. They were like a week long, let's drink our water. Because again, people want community, right? They want to be part of something. So they love to get on your group and tell you that they drank their water for that day. So we did like a week long, drink however many ounces of water a day. And I would put a post up every single day, and then they would comment on the bottom of it to tell me that they did it. And again, guys, what's happening when they're commenting? That's helping my algorithm, right? That's giving my group life. That's making it exciting. So you start with a little tiny challenge like that, right? Something small. And then mine just started to grow. And some of them have been small, some of them have been bigger. I just finished a New Year's challenge. It was the biggest one that we've done. On January 1st, I had over 75 people signed up for it. And 8 weeks later, we had 30 people that actually fully committed and finished it with me after the 8 weeks. It was one of the biggest ones that I'd ever ran, and it was so exciting and so fun. But you guys, a 5-day challenge is going to do just as much for your business. It's just to get that excitement, to get that energy flowing. Another challenge that I did, I don't always do fitness challenges. This New Year's one was a fitness one, but it doesn't have to be that. And I always try to not exclude anybody. So I know I have people in my group that they can't work out 7 days a week for an hour a day. I know that. So what can they do? 30 minutes of activity, whatever that looks like for you. That's usually where I kind of try to keep because I want everybody to be involved. I don't want anybody to feel like they can't be included in the challenge. So if it's a fitness challenge, that's usually something along the lines that I go with. But I remember like last April, the end of April of last year. So, we're 2 months into quarantine. Everybody's feeling down. Everybody's feeling sad. We did a happy challenge where they had to go find a funny meme, a happy quote, motivational, whatever. They had to share it on their Facebook timeline because the idea was we were going to put all this love out into the world, right? We're going to put all this good energy because everybody was feeling so crappy at the end of April 2020, but they had to tag me. So 2 things is happening there. One, we're spreading love and cheer and everybody's excited and they want to do this. They want to be part of this community, and then they're tagging me. And that's helping my algorithm, guys. Like that's helping get me noticed, have my name out there, right? So challenges can be anything. We did oh gosh, I can't think of what it was called now. Where you like give people random acts of kindness. That's what it was. We did a random acts of kindness challenge. You can Google that. There's like a 30-day random act of challenge list on the internet. And I kind of had to tweak it a little bit, I think, but pick up the phone and call somebody, send somebody a card, do, whatever. And again, comment below and tell me what you did today. And people love that kind of stuff because they want to be part of a community. They want to do something that makes them feel good. And prizes for this kind of stuff, guys. Usually I go and whoever's participating, they go in for a drawing. And I don't only give away Zaya stuff. These things, a lot of times I'll be like, I'm going to send you an Amazon present and you don't even know what it's going to be. And whoever's name I pick, whatever, I could send them a $5 water bottle, and that's going to hit way different than a $10 Zaya card. Just because that, again, is showing, if I'm giving them a $10 Zaya card, they're going to have to buy, they're going to have to spend money, right? If out of the kindness of my heart, I'm sending them a $5 water bottle, that's showing them that I care, that I appreciate them, that I don't want you to spend any money with me, just hang out with me, be a part of this community. And that's going to help grow your business in the long run. Finally, we're to Zaya. So now you're going to share Zaya on your page. How do you share Zaya? You sprinkle it in. You sprinkle it into all of this goodness. You don't share Zaya, 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 Zaya. You do all of this stuff and sprinkle Zaya in on top like a cherry, right? And the really cool thing is all of the stuff that I've been talking about, the great thing about our product is we can do it all while we're wearing Zaya, right? So this whole time that you're sharing all of this stuff and you're doing all of this stuff, look at this cardigan. Oh, I got this tank top on, but let me tell you about this book I read today. Like bring that kind of energy to it. And that's the amazing thing. That's what I love so much about Zaya is it's just clothes. It's just clothes, right? And everybody wants to feel good and look good, and it's an easy share while you're sharing your life and doing all of these other things for people. Make sure though that you are going into like Zaya marketing. And I love, they love when I pull pictures from there. I try to make sure that I get all ages, all stages, all sizes, all, everything. I want everybody to feel represented in my group. I want them to be, so I am pulling all different kinds of pictures and posting them, and they love that. They love to see a variety of women sporting these clothes, right? So you want to make sure to do that. You want to make sure to pump up your new releases. On Sunday or on Tuesday night, go live, and tomorrow's Wednesday release day. Make a post about it. Make Room Monday, go live, explain what Make Room Monday is, get them excited. You do want to do those sorts of things along with, but like I said, you sprinkle all that in on top of all this other goodness that you're doing. And the really cool thing is when you're doing all of this stuff, it makes your ask a whole lot easier. It makes your ask of, hey, do you want to have a party? So much easier, because you know that how hard you've worked. You know that you're putting energy and time into these people, and you're not doing that like cold message, I haven't talked to you in 6 months. will you have a party for me, right? You're building those relationships. You're doing those things every single day that make our asks that we have to do a lot easier. Next thing, don't limit yourself to your VIP group, guys. As much as this is about VIP groups, don't be afraid to post outside of it. So many times we get so comfortable in our VIP group that we don't post anywhere else. We don't do, we don't use our stories. We don't use our regular profile page. My VIP group has 600 people in it. I think it's like at 610 right now. My personal Facebook page has like 1,600 people. So why wouldn't I use my Facebook page also to help promote my Zaya, right? And again, I do it the same way. I do it the exact same way. I got a workout in today. Here's the outfit. What have you done? Like all of that, move it over a little bit. Don't be afraid to put it on your regular page. Don't be afraid to put it in your stories. I listened to something the other day and it said that stories are being seen 15 times more than stuff we're putting in our profiles or in our groups, that sort of thing. So stories are really, really powerful. If you don't have your Instagram hooked up to your Facebook stories, you need to do that. For me, it's way easier to make an Instagram story than it is a Facebook story. I can use the app better, but I have way more people on Facebook that are going to care about what I have to say. So for me, I have Instagram, push that right over to Facebook, and I share. So make sure that you don't get super comfortable in your VIP group, that you're only posting there, because you're missing a whole other opportunity to share this brand, this business, and share you and get people curious. A lot of people join my VIP group just because like they're curious. What is she doing over there? What's going on over there? And I'll put my VIP group link up and I'll have somebody join just because of what they've seen on my regular page. What is next? The last thing I guess I was gonna talk about is, I don't know what time it is. Is to keep posting, you guys. Keep posting. I know sometimes it feels like nobody's paying attention. I know sometimes it feels like you are doing all of this work and nothing is happening. You're not getting sales. People are not commenting. People are not liking your posts. All of that stuff. Don't get hung up on it. You guys, I do all of this work. I do all of this. I have 600 people in my VIP group and I still might get 10 to 15 likes on a picture, right? It doesn't matter. There was a quote that I heard. I'll leave one last quote, and it says, just because they are quiet does not mean that they are not listening. And that is so incredibly true. And so just because they're quiet doesn't mean that they're not listening to what you say. Just tonight, I had 2 orders from people that I don't know who they are. They're in my VIP group. They've never ordered off of me before. They never like reached out. And now I have to go in and figure out who they are. But I know that they're in my VIP group because they were listening. They've never commented. They've never been in a challenge. But they've been listening. And that is the important thing. And if they're not listening, I guarantee they're watching. They're always watching. Everybody is always watching us. So you got to keep showing up even when you think that nobody's paying attention, because I promise that they are. And the only way to do this is to stay consistent and keep doing this stuff over and over every single day. So that's what I got. I hope that you guys got something out of it.
I have just pages of notes here. Like some starred, but then I had to start circling because like the next thing was better than the thing I starred. So it's a hot mess. So good, Michelle. Do you guys, before I say anything, do you guys have any questions? Does anybody have a specific question for Michelle?
I didn't look at the chat at all, so I don't know. I don't even really know how to get in there. There we go.
There's a lot of happiness, I think, in the chat. You guys, if you do have a question, feel free to unmute yourself. You've got like the Queen of Zaya VIP pages in here. I would just ask, so there's so much, I don't even know if I can recap. Like the things you said about doing all this stuff makes your ask so much easier. Mm-hmm. And it does. People are like, I can't pick a party, I can't do this. But like, think of how much more easy it would be if you had this relationship built in this baseline. Or
yeah, and that was one thing I did forget to mention too, that if you want to have a social media presence, you have to be present on social media. Yeah. So you have to be on there on the regular feed, and you've got to be interacting with these people. Is it their anniversary? Is it their birthday? You know, you want to do it authentically, but if you're not liking and commenting on people's stuff, they're not going to like and comment on yours. So like every day I get on, I have to get on my laptop because I don't know how to do it on my phone, but I get on and my laptop tells me whose birthday it is. And I get on there and I wish every, happy birthday, just a quick happy birthday message. You've got to be interacting on their Facebook pages, or they're not going to ever interact with you. You've got to show them you care. You've got to put yourself out there.
100% true. Well, I went to college with a guy who's actually a financial planner now, and he wished everybody a happy birthday from the day he started, and he still wishes me a happy birthday. And we use somebody in his firm, but we use somebody else, and it still means so much to me. Like, he shows up every single day. So like, I do the same thing back, but Michelle, that is spot on. Like, you can't, it's definitely not a one way.
Yeah.
Love and serve, and our life will grow. The first thing you said I thought was really one of the most stunning things when you said, okay, like, my VIP group, I absolutely love it. Like that, I absolutely love it. And I was like, whoa, like, do I feel that way about mine? Or is it like, I have to go post to my group? Is it more of a job? Like, you genuinely have a passion because you've created that community. And I think that like, all of these steps that you talked about tonight, like, that's the ultimate goal, is for all of us to be able to say, like, I absolutely love that space.
Yeah, I do. I mean that, and like I said, that is where that's where the majority of your business comes from. I believe it so much that's because it's social selling is so much about making that relationship. We're trying to set ourselves aside from the brick and mortars that they can go to so much easier. And we can build those relationships in our VIP groups. And if you're not showing up, if you're not giving to them, and you're always waiting for them to give to you, it's never going to grow. They're going to feel that energy. So you got to give. I think there's always that 80-20 rule where you're giving 80% of the time, and 20% of the time you're doing that ask, and you're asking for something for you.
Yes.
And that's how it pays out.
And you're so honest. You said the majority of business comes from there, but the majority of sales probably won't. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I wonder where she's taking this. But you took it a step further to say that the majority of parties being booked, reps, and referrals. Parties, reps, referrals. So you're already over $2,500 in sales this month. Maybe the majority of those sales didn't come from your VIP group. I'm guessing a chunk did for sure. But the other things, like the parties, and I think for that, like, totally struck me as, that's so true. Like, she took it a step further. It's not about the immediate sale necessarily on New Release Wednesday. We might get no sales or 1 or 2 sales on New Release Wednesday. It's that next step that you're talking about.
Right. That's what everything we do today, it pays us a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now. The way you show up today is going to show up in your business like it did today. Whatever, those 3 people that ordered off of me today, they've been watching me forever. How long? And they ordered off of me today, because that's you got to keep showing up even when you're not getting that Wednesday release sale. And then, like you said, the majority of my PV comes from parties, but my parties come from my VIP group. So.
And you know that, right? You had a make it or break it moment where you almost stepped away, and now you recently quit your full-time job.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not like full circle.
Yeah, I can't even imagine if I would have walked away when I did, and or when I was thinking about it. But I couldn't figure it out. I had never done direct sales before. I never had done anything like this before. Zaya was so new. Nobody really knew what we were, it was just rolling. And I was working full time at the time, and I didn't have a lot of time to put into it. And it was just crazy. And like I said, I had that make it or break it. Was like, okay, either I got to dive in and do this, or I got to let it go. And then after Summit, I decided to dive in, and it changed everything. But what changed is me doing all of the stuff that I mentioned every single day. And you don't have to do all of this every day, but you have to at least show up with that motivational quote in the morning. I'm telling you, like that, just that constant little, like, keeping the fire stoked and keeping it warm. Because the second you walk away from it, it's just gonna all go out. That fire goes out so fast, and you just got to constantly keep giving to it a little bit every single day.
Do you guys have anything else? I'm like ready to go just start dumping ideas. I already actually have my idea for April, what I want to do for my theme in my VIP group. So thank you for that. I have it and I'm going to get it rolling so I can start scheduling that stuff right away. But you guys, this will be shared. It'll be on the announcements section on the team page under all the recordings. I'll get it up tonight or latest tomorrow morning, but make sure you share this with people because this is the kind of stuff that you can easily implement into your business one step at a time and, eventually see an impact. So Michelle, thank you. So good.
Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with us.